Hi there, it's Kelly again. Welcome to Meetin Veg. I have another birthday box to open up. I'm really excited because I love getting things in the mail. I love my fancy things. Like I said, I had a birthday earlier, well, it's last month now, and got some gift certificates for some specialty food places, and this is the second one. I am a little nervous about this one because it's not as well packaged as the
Hey, turn up the caramello and chisel on the shizney. It's time for me to what? Let me introduce myself. I'm Gino Burrito. My pants are made of leather. I find it hard to concentrate when you eat my dinner. It's a little thing.
I hear some sounds when I move it. So I'm gonna go into this one really carefully because I know there's glass in there. I don't remember everything I ordered, but I know there's glass in there. And I don't believe I ordered any dry goods. So the sound of sort of shifting, I think that might be glass. So we're gonna just see what happens. This packaging is, oh no. Oh, this is not good. All right, let's very carefully, let's just see how this ended up. This is like, oh no. The funny thing is, this is from a company called The French Farm. They've been advertising to me on Facebook like constantly, like they wanted my business. And, you know, they were smart to do that because I tell you what, like, they look exactly like the sort of thing I like. You know, the things where you buy the fancy stuff and your brain tells you, if I have the fancy mustard, I will become the fancy person living in the fancy place, and I will magically know how to do fancy things with it, and all of my crappy plates will become fancy things, and my junk apartment will turn into like a piazza somewhere. I don't even know what a piazza is. I heard the word on Looney Tunes like a million years ago, and honestly I should Google it, but I imagine it's just like a nice place. So they advertise beautifully, and all of their stuff looks so pretty, and everything looks so fancy, and then they just sort of shoved it all into a box that it didn't fit into. And this is like kind of shockingly not good. So here's a couple of glass bottles just on top of one another with nothing in between them, and one thin sheet of bubble wrap. Oh god, and they've got slime all over them. This one here, I have to clean all of this off. So the lid doesn't pop, so this has still got a good seal on it. Date's good. This is green peppercorn Dijon mustard. I don't know what that's going to taste like, but I do like a fancy mustard. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you know, I get excited when I see all these different types of mustards, and just this is not as exciting as I thought it would be. I guess the excitement is discovering how many things are broken. Yay? So, more mustard. This is walnut Dijon mustard. I have never had walnut mustard before, but I am very intrigued. That seems weird. No! Let's see what was that. I hate you. Is it safe to see what it smells like? I want to see what it... Like, I know that you can breathe in botulism, but I feel like there probably hasn't been enough time for it to develop botulism. But also, if I'm making a video that people are going to watch, I feel like I have a responsibility to not... I mean, I'm going to do some stupid things, and maybe you can learn from my bad example, but I feel like I have to have a limit on how stupid the things are. I also really want to smell this mustard. I mean, it smells like mustard. I wasn't really exactly worth it. Oh. This is the... Oh. Great job, guys. I'm so disappointed. Don't get all over my fresh new table towel. So, I should have worn... Hold up. I magically have some gloves. So last time I was wearing this shirt, I was somewhere where I Might have wanted gloves. That. Some serendipity. Okay, I feel a little bit safer, but I can't pretend that these make me safe because like I'm still gonna get sliced up with glass if there's any slicey boys in there. So it's only gonna keep me from getting slime on me. Oh man, I'm just gonna whine a lot. So this is a fancy salt. It's a sea salt that has balsamic vinegar in there. But the thing you have to understand is that like sometimes I'm just buying it for the fancy bottle and I'm excited to use the product, but like I'm such a sucker for a fancy label. You can slop stuff out of the same bucket and put it into 2 different containers, and if it's got a cool looking label, because it's all, again, it's the fantasy you tell yourself, you know? I much prefer cooking if I can build up this fantasy idea of myself, this idealized version of cooking, and not just me standing in my crappy kitchen, you know, with my crappy stove and just throwing food together. So, you know, you gotta buy into that fantasy. But now I have a jar, a really pretty jar with a really pretty label covered in slime. And this, I can wipe it off, but it's still gonna look bad. So, this is a disappointing box. Let's see. Okay, this, I'm not even gonna touch this too much. This was a mustard. Oh, it was the mustard in the fancy stone jar. I mean, I didn't need more mustard, but I like the fancy stone jar. Every time I see those jars, I'm like, that's swanky looking. I like that. And I was gonna use it and then reuse the jar, but not so much. So you go over there with the broken things. So far, 1 out of 4 things is usable, but also it's like junked up. All right, there's definitely some slicey boys in here, so I'm just gonna have to be really careful. Don't try this at home, kids. Hey, this made it. I'm happy about that. I keep seeing this. This is pistachio curd. I am very, very excited about this. I love pistachio. I love curds. I can't technically have them. I should not technically have this because I am a diabetic type person and this has some sugar and no nutritional facts on it. Okay, well, I'm sure that's fine. Number 1 ingredient is sugar. Of course it is. That's fine. That's fine. But I figure if I have it in a very small amount on a special occasion, put it on top of something that has like high fiber or something to kind of balance it out. I don't know. I can justify this in very small amounts, little at a time when I want a little treat. So I'm happy about that and I'm excited to try this. So that's 2 out of 5. Our ratio is getting a little better. Again, it just shoved in there. Like this is like, there's just no care. Ooh. Oh yeah, I gotta check these. Because you never know when they're banged up. Okay, so the seal is good on this. Everything looks fine. This is a preserved lemon cream. Okay, so this is actually not a sweet thing. This is creamed preserved lemons, which is like a North African kind of thing, and they preserve them in salt, and you put them in tagines, which is like a Moroccan stew kind of thing, and you can do all kinds of stuff with them, and I don't know that much what to do with them. I haven't made a tagine before, but I would like to, and I haven't done a lot of cooking with them, and I saw that they had it as a cream, and I just was really intrigued, so I'm excited to try this out. It's got lemons preserved in salt, sunflower oil, onions, extra virgin olive oil, cider vinegar, and spices including curry. Well, that sounds really damn good. I'm excited to eat that. All right, 3 out of 6. That is 50-50. We're getting this. Oh, please be good. Okay, good seal, good seal. This is a mustard with truffle in it. I have come to find that I really enjoy the flavor of truffle, and clearly when I was making my purchases, I was like, I'm gonna try all the mustards. So went in my purchase from Milk Street, I got all the pepper spreads and sauces and things, and this time I was all about the mustards because I like it fancy. 4 out of 7. We're over half now. Oh, please be okay. Please be okay. Yay. So this is a white wine vinegar with, it's in French and I don't speak French, but I recognize this is just the French word for nut, but I remember from ordering this is walnut. There we go, white wine vinegar flavored with walnut. I don't know what that's gonna taste like, but I'm really excited to find out. It's nice and sealed, which I appreciate. Vinegar, I don't mind going ahead and opening, because it's not like it's gonna go bad. So it's not like, oh no, I opened all of these jars of things and now I have to find room for all of them in my fridge and they're not all gonna last forever, so I gotta eat them all right now. So I can go, oh, what did I do? It's a seal, I appreciate that. That's not a seal. Oh, it's like their dispenser thing. It's been a day, sorry. Ooh, that smells very interesting. I kinda wanna, I can get away with this. It's definitely sharper. I would say it's sharper than well, everything's sharper than balsamic. Sharper than red wine vinegar. It's got that nice white wine flavor, and the walnut is like, it's not a super assertive flavor in there, but you definitely get a little bit of something. Like, yeah, the walnut is sort of a rounder flavor, if that makes sense, and it tempers some of the sharpness, but it's still quite sharp. It is vinegar. I think this would be really delicious on a salad. Now I have, I poured too much into the cap. I really don't wanna. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 8. Better ratios. Going into this box is really, ooh. Luckily, I worked in retail for a long time, and I'm used to going into boxes full of smashed things and glass and grossness until you've had to wade through a box that has broken fish oil in it and it's just coated everything and you have to wash off whatever you can save. Like, until you've done that, once you've dealt with that sort of thing, you're like, whatever, got some mustard on it, I don't care, that's fine. Okay, oh, there we go. This looks a little better. Oh, it's so fancy. It's got some crud all over it, but I feel like I can get the crud off of this and it won't look so bad. But still, it makes me really angry because I spent extra money on stuff like this, which is basically like not that different from regular stuff, because I wanted the fanciness of the bottles and the labels and stuff. And if they get to me covered in junk and it just looks like another junky thing in my apartment, then like, what did I do it for? I could have just gone to the store and bought store brand, you know? I think I can probably salvage this. Is that seal okay? I think so. So anyway, this is a special type of vinegar. I believe this is a sherry vinegar. Again, it is in France. I don't speak French. I can probably make some stuff out a little bit, but this is a sherry vinegar, which I've never had before. But I keep seeing all these recipes calling for sherry vinegar, and so I want some. Also, this is a swank-ass jar. Like this bottle is really cool. This is like a stone bottle that I can reuse when it's empty. No, that is all for it. Okay. Thought there might be something on there I could make out, but let's see. 3, 6 out of 9. 2/3. One little bitty piece of bubble wrap. This was a little disappointing. So hopefully I'm gonna contact the company and see if I can either get a refund or have them just resend the 3 damaged items. You know, it was more good than bad, but still a little disappointing. But can't win them all. What are you gonna do? Thank you for hanging out with me and seeing some of the stuff that I got for my birthday.
Hey, turn up the caramello and chisel on the shizney. It's time for me to what? Let me introduce myself. I'm Gina Burrito. My pants are made of leather. I find it hard to concentrate when